Good morning, I'm Juicy Jones. You're on VapeAM right now at Orbital Vaping headquarters, and today it's the Limitless from iJoy. Please focus. We're going to review this guy today, take a look at it, build it. I'll tell you what I think about it and tell you what I think about it compared to the Avocado. And as always, after that, we'll talk with friends and have a great time. So give me 1 second. The Limitless RDTA, the Limitless RDTA. We're going to review it on VapeAM. Review it on VapeAM today. Hey everybody, it's great to see you. Good morning. So it's VapeAM. This is live with Juicy Jones at Orbital Vaping headquarters, and today we are reviewing the Limitless iJoy RDTA. Why don't you love me? Why don't you want to focus? There we go. I'm just gonna make it focus where I say to. I just cleaned this off. It's got a bunch of fingerprints all over it. You guys have been anticipating this thing quite a bit, and it's been like the talk of the town, so they say, for a little bit, so it's pretty cool. For those of you in the replay, we're going to talk for 5 minutes or so, and then we're going to head to the review, so you can go ahead and skip ahead. I'm going to, right this second, shout out to everybody in chat. How is everybody in chat? Let me get down there and see if I can't get a new tab open and talk to you guys. Who do we have? We've got Owen, Billy Marks, Bad Habit, Marco, Ryan. It's great to see y'all, everybody. Skeletor, Josh, a whole bunch of people in there. And good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's great to see everybody. And I hope everybody's excited about the Limitless. I know I am. First, though, let's have a vape and drink some coffee. We're going to vape on this thing, review it. And right now I'm on my Avocado because I've disassembled the Limitless. But I'm going to show you everything about it. It's going to be pretty great. Give me a second. Let me get the dog in. Sorry about that. Sometimes my dog barks and she's insane, so I got to let her do what she wants. So good morning, Leafa, Fix and Focus, Andy, Ryan, Owen, Zach, Billy, Bad Habit, everybody. Love all you guys. So this is pretty cool. The review for the Limitless is not going to take very long because, you know, we're so similar to some of the other products, and I've been sitting on it for, about 10 days, a little less than that actually. I can't remember exactly when I got it. Middle of last week anyway. And it's been about a week, sorry. And, you know, it's been a great experience. It's been pretty fun. I want to make sure all you guys and gals in chat who are live with us chime in with your questions and stuff, and make them obvious and in all caps and stuff, and put asterisks around them so I can see them compared to all the just regular chat. If somebody wants to be industrious, you can message me on Skype and tell me what some of the questions are, because I want to make sure I answer them when we go live afterwards. And I think I pretty much got everything covered. But one of the benefits of being live is that I can talk to you afterwards and answer and fill in questions. So as it is now, I can just give you guys a few updates. We've had some ballooning success here on the channel. Things have been great and we're blowing up, and so we've had a bunch of new subscribers, and to all of you I say thank you. And Skeletor's show's doing pretty well, and hello and thank you to Skeletor, and thank all of you for supporting him and watching that show. And that's every Wednesday, obviously, Coffee and Clouds. And VapeAM is going great, and so we have a 1-year show coming up for Vaping Dawn to Dusk. And the anniversary of that show is this coming October, and we're going to have some special guests and stuff. I'm going to send out some emails and ask them to come on. And the 1-year anniversary of the entire channel is coming up here at the end of July, or somewhere in August. And I'm going to, try to put together a giveaway for everybody just to celebrate. And so I've got nothing but thanks for all of y'all. We've got a bunch of new subscribers, like I said, and I can tell you exactly how many. I can't remember. I think it's like, I want to say we have, I guess I can actually check here. I can be kind of excited about it. Why not? It looks like the subscriber count is up to 1,300, so that's really good. And that's been a lot of growth just in this last few months as we've been putting on better, more elaborate, more often shows. And so that's great. So anyway, coming up, I've got the Griffin 25, thanks to Steven from the crowd. Thank you, buddy. And I've got this Limitless, thanks to Owen out there. Thank you very much. And oh, I'm sorry, I started up the website because of a moment. I haven't finished that. I'll tell you guys about that later. But what I've this this Limitless came from VaporandCo in Florida, and they're so great. Thanks, Andy, and all of y'all are great. In fact, I forgot to send them a note saying I was doing this morning. Crap, I should do that. In fact, Skeletor, if you're watching, maybe you could just send him a quick Facebook note and say, hey, by the way, Juicy's doing that review this morning. Or if you like, we could wait till the replay gets live. So, hey, Jay, hey, Bob, hey, Josh, hey, everybody else who just tuned in. Okay, so, a few minutes has passed here. It looks like I should probably, it's been about 5 minutes. I think I'm going to get to the review pretty soon here. But first, let's have a vape. And let me pick an insult for you guys off my cup because I got my Shakespeare cup. I love this thing. Today's insult is going to be elvish marked, abortive, rooting hog. You're an elvish marked, abortive, rooting hog. Tell your landlord that when he screws you this month. Yummy. Gosh, I hope all you guys are doing great. Also, before I do the review, I want to shout out to all my vape shop friends and everybody. I want to shout out to Irvin over at Beyond Vape, and to my friend Lillian Miles, who just left her job at Beyond Vape for a job at Vango Vapes, which will be great for her. And we're going to see some news and some collaboration between Vango Vapes and the channel here, which is really cool. And they've got so many freaking flavors in the universe, and they have a bunch of lines, and we're going to get to try a bunch of those and experiment with them, and I'm going to get to bring them to you. And what else is going on? Like I said, Griffin25, thanks to Steven, and website news coming up later on. And I finally got the hybrid adapter for my Rig V3, so I'm pretty excited. I got that in the mail. Thanks to all y'all over at American Made Products for that. To Corey, really appreciate that. So I'm all complete on that, so I'm really excited. I was vaping on my Avocado, but I got to put a new build on it. So I can't really think of too much more to tell you guys. I guess I'm not going to dawdle anymore. I'm going to get right to L review. There it is, the Limitless graphics. How does that look, huh? Is this left? Yeah, that's left. Boom, Limitless, baby. So this thing is a collaboration, a co-design between the Chinese iJoy company and Limitless in California. And it's based on the old Genesis designs, and it's one of a series of tanks that we've seen here on the channel. And you guys all know, regular viewers know that I review and use all these. I've got 6 of them now. And the different tanks that came out recently, these are updates that started coming out last fall, are the Haze, and the Fody came soon after that. Evogo came out with a tank version of the Velocity, and then the Avocado and the Avocado 24, and now it is the iJoy and Limitless RDTA. Let me see if I can get you a cool shot from the desk. It's not focusing. There we go. These are all those other tanks. Here's the box. And that's what I'm vaping today. And there's our RDTA. Right there. So this thing chucks big clouds. It's got smooth airflow. What we're going to do is, we'll talk about it just a little bit here, and I'll go down and open the box and then show you the whole thing super close up. And then we'll come up and I'll tell you what I think, like the pros and kind of the negatives. And I'll give you an overall grade, like a letter grade in school at the end. And then after that, we'll take questions and hang out and call friends and do the regular VapeAM hangouts that we always do. So back to this. So it's a collaboration, a co-design between Limitless and iJoy in China. And this product has got super great reviews from almost all the users so far, so I was really happy to get it. And you guys know I'm a big fan of these bottom tank Genesis style atomizers that are becoming the rage right now. Let me just move a couple of these things out of the way because we're live. I have to take a few moments for these things occasionally, and then we'll come down here. And so I've tried to get them all, and this is the most recent one. Let's get down here and let me show you the thing super close up. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to flash the old one. That was a mistake. So, this guy, I'll try to keep that visible. This is the actual atomizer, and I know some of you guys are going to want to see it super close up. Let me see if I can just pick a cool focus spot. Yeah, that's pretty good. So this thing is just about 24, it's exactly 24, maybe a little tiny bit wider, and 44 millimeters high, and I think it's about 54 with the drip tip on it. I have the adapter on it. I think it's about 51 to the top of the chuff, and about, I think, 44 or so high. And it's the build quality is real good. I'm just going to spin it around and show you. There's a little icon for the fill port right there. There's two Cyclops airflow holes. These are symmetrical, so if you adjust one to one side, it's the same on the other. There's no single coil option on this, which is a little bit of a con, which I'll get to in a little bit. But as you can see here, this thing has a real wide top, which is exactly compatible with Kennedy drip tips, by the way. Here is my Goon drip tip, which is a Kennedy drip tip, and it fits in here absolutely perfectly. Comes in and out. So any custom drip tips you have for Kennedys will work great here. It has super O-rings here. On the bottom, you can see it says co-designed by iJoy and Limitless Co. in California. Limitless right there. If I pull the top off, it reveals that it has a real tall set of fat O-rings in this big fill port right here. Let me just show you the top cap and the fill, or in the airflow rings real quick. The top cap is a symmetrical twisting airflow, and all you do is line that guy up with that right there, push it in, and then give it a twist. Easy, 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 easy. No problem. This thing fits great. All the machining and the tooling is real good on this, and so this thing works great even when you're using it in the middle of it. I usually keep this about half or a third, or sometimes up to down to a tenth. The actual deck is real good. It's a super easy to build on 2 millimeter post hole velocity style deck. Got a peak insulator in there, as you can see on the positive post. You see the negative post is milled right in the deck there. I've got this flat Clapton wire build on here. We're going to vape and wick in a second. This is cool. You can see the 4 symmetrical holes that go down the deck. It's got a slightly theorem style thing where it actually touches the side ring and goes down. And what's also, let me just mention that this fill hole is gigantic, and you can put any old thing in there, including like drip bottles, unicorn bottles, fat ones, thin ones, almost any. You can almost fill it straight from the pouring in, which I have done. And it comes with super, super fat O-rings. These are great. And I like this because this top ring actually comes off. Sorry, I have some ink on my fingers from cleaning my pens. This top ring comes off, then there's an O-ring in here with a receiver, and the threads actually thread into the side of the deck here, as you can see. And they're not the best threads in the universe. I have trouble catching them sometimes, just a little bit, but not really. It's fine. And the glass pops off. It could have a problem like the Theorem had, where you could break the glass if you pull it up. But two things are going on here. One, this glass is better. It's just thicker glass. And two, you have more room to hold this when you're pulling it off. So all you have to do is hold the deck here and then grab down here by the bottom of the O-rings the first time. And the first time you do this, you'll have trouble. But every time after that, once it's got a little lubrication, it won't be any problem at all. I've done it several times now. And in fact, you can see I've changed the O-rings to the red ones down there. And it's got another receiving O-ring in the bottom base there and 2 gigantic O-rings here in the base. This thing is so tight, it never leaks. I got to tell y'all that I just never have any problem. The 510 is gigantic and it's adjustable. So it's completely hybrid safe and has an insulator, obviously you can see. But has a lot of clearance there. That's a full millimeter, and you can turn it. And so it's really good. So this thing is super, 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 super easy to build on. And let me grab my rouleau that I'm using just as a prop and put this on here. And wicking and building on this thing is super incredibly easy. So that's really basically it. All you do is I'll show you guys how to wick this thing, but the way I do it is I just wick it like I do the Avocado, except a little bit longer. And I'll just illustrate. But I put it right through there and go down and I wet them. and then push them inside there and screw the top on, which we will do together here in just a second. Let me turn on autofocus again. Will you please autofocus, I ask you? I beg you, please. Okay, so I want to go ahead and actually wick this thing. I wish I could actually zoom, but my camera is bunk. If I had a better camera, I could do that. But it'll be quite easy for me to show you how to wick this thing. For these purposes, I think I'm going to use some lightning wick, some native wicks, which I just happen to have some sitting around. I noticed. Oh, and one thing I need to tell you guys is that I got my Kendo cotton in the mail. Gosh, thank you so much to the Kendo cotton people. I haven't had time to open it and look at it. But I have a whole thing and then an extra set to give away for the anniversary. So I'm so excited. It's so great. So I'm just taking an amount of Kendo cotton. I'm sorry, of the lightning wicks, native wicks. And this native wicks is great because it wicks super great and it's a little bit firm too. So I really like that. And I'm just gonna twist it in here and put it through. Sorry if this is slightly boring. I can't edit out because we're live, baby. We're a live show. And remember, all of y'all down in the chat, be sure to be saving up your questions and things as we go here, because I'll try to answer them and then make them super obvious when you do. Okay, there we go. I'm all in there. Need to grab the old clippers. And remember, the Orbital Vaping headquarters technique for wicking RDAs and RDTAs like this is to do them shorter. And it's funny too, because I've noticed that everybody is doing it the way I do it now. And in December, nobody was doing it like I did, but now everyone is, so that's great. I'm always flattered when that kind of stuff happens. So they just want to be fairly even, and you want them to be, I might have made these too short actually. Nope. You want them to go just to the top of the glass. Just to the top of the glass. That's a little tiny bit longer. I'm sorry if this stuff's a little bit hairy. My scissors are dull. Dull scissors. So you want to go just to the top of the glass on this. That's a little bit longer than I used to go, than I would go with the avocado. With the avocado or with the haze or Fody or Vogo, I would go just underneath the deck like a mushroom. But this, because of this retaining ring right here, requires just a little bit more length, which is no big deal. It works absolutely beautifully. It's wunderbar. One of the things about this one is that you want to wet the wicks slightly. I mean, vaping New York cheese by Liquid Sky. You want to wet the wicks. Oh, why am I using the 120? I have the 30 right here. It's New York cheese. It works better if you wet these beforehand. And make sure that they are spread out when you're wetting them too. So you want them to be fairly voluminous. This has larger holes in the bottom, sort of like the Theorem does. So here we go. I'm just giving it some juice. Just a squeeze in the middle. That'll sink in while we're talking. Just paint it on. Just love it on there. Just love that stuff. Just awesome. So now I'm just taking my screwdriver, and here's what you have to do that makes this one different from other ones like this. When you stick it in here, you have to be sure, first of all, did I wet it enough? Oh, did I? Yeah, I think I did. When you put this in here, you have to be sure that you've pressed your wick between these two pieces of threading on the deck. That's all. That's all you gotta do. And that's the reason why you want it to be wet, so it's slightly more malleable and movable. Because we're gonna put this in here. I've actually made one of them slightly long. So you'll see I stuck it in there. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit more electronic liquid on this. Oh, electronic liquid. Delicious. New York cheese is a strawberry cheesecake. From the folks at Liquid Sky. If you haven't seen our Liquid Sky review, sorry for my fuzz, then check it out. I liked a lot of these. He sent me some other ones too. So you want to make sure that there's air inside these wicks. I'm taking my time, by the way. This doesn't take me any time. And I'm doing it backwards, so it's a little awkward for me. For those of you who are watching. Kind of funny. I'm hunkered over it. Okay, so now I'm going to take a second to lean back and take a look at this for my own sake. Just so I can see. I've been showing y'all. Yeah, this looks good. It looks pretty darn good. And I'm just going to give it a teeny little trim because I can. It's really a little bit tougher on camera, but I'll do it. Just taking the extra off there. Very good. And then the little deck screws right on. If you put your cotton in right, it'll go right on. And like I said, it's not the greatest super threading in the entire universe, but it's fine. And it screws on securely. I just give it a turn until it stops moving. And then I give it one more little slight turn. And look how solid that wicking looks. I mean, it's really great. You just want to make sure, as everybody knows, that you have a little air in there. And I do. And what I like to do, and I do the same, you guys have seen me do this a million times, but I just like to stick my implement, my little tiny screwdriver or my Allen key or whatever I'm using, inside the hole, just to make sure there's an air channel. If you don't do that, it won't wick correctly. And then, as you can see, sometimes your wicking will line up with the fill hole, but it's no problem because the thing is so gigantic that you can fill right into the darn thing. That's what we're going to do. We're going right in. Oh my God, I'm going left-handed. Can you believe I'm doing this left-handed? This thing is so ridiculously easy to fill. It just goes beyond the pale. Air brake. I'm squeezing it in. There we go. And the funny thing is that this thing on paper says that it holds 4 mils, and it actually holds 5. You can squeeze an enormous amount of liquid in this thing. Better than any of the other tanks of this kind. It's totally full up. And so there, you can see it's completely full up. Yeah, and like I said, 5 mils. All you have to do is make note that you're always looking at where this is. Because if you pop this top off and this thing is not facing you, then the liquid will pour out into your lap or onto whatever you're looking at. So be vigilant. So here, now we just line up the coils. You guys remember that the airflow is symmetrical here. And I'm just going to go to about halfway on the dial. Maybe a little bit less, actually. And then put it on there in front of the coils. And I usually put the labels for the RDA somewhere near the fill hole marker. All right, let's go back up top. We'll talk about stuff. There it is. Oh, I didn't show you one thing. Please forgive me. I got to show you one thing. I didn't show you the drip tip adapter, and here it is. This little guy is really cool. It isn't a 510 adapter. There is no 510 adapter. What it is a little insert that just necks down and adds about 2 millimeters to the top. And this makes the top just adequate for vaping warmer vapes. It's not great for hot vape, but it's good for slightly warm vape. So that's a clever thing. And otherwise, like I said, you can put a Kennedy drip tip in there. They all fit just fine. Any of your fancy Kennedy stuff will fit in there. Let's go back up top. Yeah. Let's vape on this thing. What have I got it set on? About 65 watts. This thing chucks so many clouds. It's insane. Wow. This thing chucks clouds. I've got to restrict the airflow down even more. It's so smooth. It tastes so good. The flavor is so outstanding. I'm going down even further on the airflow. Real good cloud production and flavor. This thing is probably the best cloud producer of almost all these style tanks. So let me go to the pros and cons for show. Why do I keep clicking that button? Okay, so the pros. This is another flavor king. Just like the Avocado and some of the other tanks like this thing is insane. The flavor that I get out of this is absolutely fantastic, and I love vaping on it. I love the taste of it. It's dark. I mean, not dark, but it's thick, and it's warm, and it's dense, and it's cloudy, and it's like walking into a delicious flavored sauna, and you're gonna like it. It is ridiculously easy to build on. Fantastically easy. This Clapton build, it's at 0.3, and I did it myself. I just wrapped up. It's like a 6 or 7 wrap. It was so easy. You guys saw it. The velocity deck is easy. I have a nitpick about the screws that are in it. It has shit screws, but that's going to be on the cons. The build quality is good. Everything about this thing is pretty solid. I was thinking that maybe the top would have problems with being... they did something smart. The fact that this is taller makes it pretty stable. And I actually don't prefer that it's a little taller, but it's really well made, and it's really good, and it's stable and doesn't, you know, wobble or whatever. It's a little weepy. Another pro is the Kennedy bore. So if I take out this little tip adapter they put in here and I put in my Kennedy tip, boom, you're cooking with gas. You got y'all with Kennedy tips are really gonna like that. Not a lot of people even know that. But that's one of my major loves on this thing. Next pro, smooth airflow. I cannot stress how huge and smooth and good the airflow on this thing is. Team massive clouds on this thing. So all you're going to have to do is get good at wicking and getting your builds tweaked to get massive, 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 massive clouds out of this thing. I mean, look at me vaping in here. It's getting crazy. So, smooth airflow. Also, it's hybrid safe. It's totally great. I put it on my Avocado. I mean, I put it on my Noisy Cricket for fun, and it hung over because it's a 24. But it worked fine. It has a huge, safe-looking hybrid, so good for them. And the 510 is also adjustable, which is cool. The 510 pin. So I really like that. A lot of pros on this thing. And let me pop up the cons here. Cons, no extra glass. Come on, Limitless. You're already charging more, and there's no extra glass. Give me a break. What's going to happen when it breaks? And it's going to break. The Avocado gave me 3, no, 2 or 3, and the Theorem gave me 2 or 3. So extra glass. Number 2 is that there's no 510 adapter with this. So those of you who want to use a 510 with this, you can't. You'll be using this thing. Which you may find adequate. I actually use it a lot. It's pretty cool. It keeps the height down. The height of this is a little bit of a con to me, even though I didn't list it on here. But I wish this thing were smaller. I'd like to have a 22. That'd be cool. Next con, bad hex screws. I don't know what the hell's going on, but freaking, I've stripped one of these. I've had this about a week, and I've already stripped one of the hex screws. And that's so irritating. Next con, there's no single coil option. Some of y'all who want to do some super flavor single coil stuff, you'll have to get an Avocado because that's the only game there. And the last con is it's kind of weepy. It's every time you lift this up, because the fill port's here, and you put this down, you get the weep. And it happens almost every single time. I just wiped it off with my hand. But it's not a huge deal, but it's true. But let me show you my score. OVHQ score. A+. Definitely an A+. This thing is great. This is a definite get. If you're in the market for one of these things and you're thinking about this, got nothing bad to say about it except for what I set up there, and they're pretty medium complaints. I still like this better than all my other RTAs. Let me go back to the main thing here. Oops. And oopsie. Oh, that's what I'm doing. And talk to you guys about it. So overall, I think this thing is fantastic, and the whole question of whether this thing is better than the Avocado, I'll just get to that in 1 second. But overall, I think this thing is great. I think they did a pretty great job. I think they should include a piece of glass, and I would like to see a 22 millimeter version of this because it's already taller than almost all the other ones, and it holds 5 mils. So even if it held 3 or 3.5, and it were a smaller one, that would be so sick. It would fit on my Noisy Cricket and some other stuff. But I love this. It's a great size, and I commend them for starting with the 24 and not going the other way, actually, because I prefer the 24 right now. So this is a good thing. And compared to the Avocado, that's what everybody says. And the truth is, if you already own an Avocado, you don't need to run out and get this, because the difference between these two things is I think they're perfectly equal. The Avocado comes with single coil options, extra glass, all kinds of bells and whistles and stuff like that. And the Limitless, and it also has an easy fill port, and holds 4 mils of liquid. 3.5 or 4 mils of liquid, and the Limitless is just as easy to build on. Has, you know, it just doesn't have tons and tons of advantages over the Avocado on flavor or anything else. So they're pretty equal. I think I slightly, in order, this is equal to the Avocado 22 to me, and then I like the Avocado 24. And the reason is because I don't care as much about the filling. But this has it all as far as the filling and the flavor of the 22 had. But so that's only my preference too. I know a lot of people who just hands down prefer this thing to, or just hands down prefer the Avocado. And I can tell you that from my experience, I'm never stopping using the Avocados or this thing. All three of them are now I use them for all my juice tasting now. It's really handy actually. I fill up one each with the juice and carry them around the house. And when I travel, I can carry this or the Avocado. The Avocado and this both travel well, and they both vape well. I like the Avocado because it's smaller. I really like the 24 and it's shorter. So that pretty much concludes this review. I love all of y'all who tune into this, and if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Check out my review of the Avocado 24 if you want to, and any of the other reviews here in Orbital Vaping headquarters. I'm here Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 a.m. Pacific for VapeAM, this show, and also on Saturdays we have Vaping Dawn to Dusk, and on Wednesdays Skeletor Vapes does Coffee and Clouds with Skeletor Vapes, obviously. And that's a great morning show that he runs. And I hope everybody has a great day, and thanks so much for tuning into this. Hey, everybody. I gave it a little bit of a pause so that I could edit that later or something. So how is everybody? Let's have a Q&A and chat and talk. Oh, someone told me the Griffin drip tip fits as well. That's freaking killer. Oh yeah, in fact, Kyle, I think you're the one who messaged me weeks ago telling me that. And I told a lot of people and everyone forgot, which is pretty funny. And I didn't forget, but I did it. But I hope I didn't miss anything during that thing. And if I did, I hope y'all will chime in and tell me what you think. Ask me the questions. Ask me the questions. I want to say hello to everybody too. There's a lot of people here. We got Billy, William, Josh, Kyle, Zach, Ryan, hello everyone, hello. Things are going pretty well. I can't wait to try this Kendo Cotton out. I should have put it here in this thing, but I don't have any of it open yet, unfortunately. Yeah. With all the cons, I would not give it an A-. No, definitely not. Those cons are just cons. And they're really mainly in comparison to other things. That's a good question, but no, definitely not. A+. There's just nothing. I mean, on my desk, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 RDAs, RTAs, and tanks. And these three are my favorite of them all. And a lot of those are high-end. I have a Typhoon GT2 and an Earl Konigan. And I like the Avocado, the Limitless. Those three, the best. Avocado is the Avocado 22 and the 24, as I kind of lump them together. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, and you know, people are chiming in chat saying various things. That Mark Dean says he has the Limitless and the Avocado, and he loves them both, and he thinks the build quality is better on the Avocado. Yeah, that might be true. And I think they're fairly even. I think that the quality, the build quality, I would say that they're even, but that's a perfectly reasonable thing to say. Superstar ordered both of them, and and he's still waiting. Ooh. Owen is asking what the inner diameter of the chuff is, and I'm just super happy to measure that for you. It's exactly the same as the whatever it takes for the Kennedy or Griffin adapter. So let me just take this guy and stick it in here. Let me it's tough to do upside down and backwards. Okay. 12 and a half. I think it's 12 and a half-ish. That's the ballpark. It's either 12 or 12 and a half. Hold on. It's hard to say where they're measuring from for their standards. It looks like 12 and a half to me. Yeah. Let me measure the outside of the actual tip as well. The outside diameter of the tip is 12.59, yeah, so 12.6. And the inside diameter of the chuff is real close, 10 and a half. So it's pretty wide bore, slightly wide bore. It's Kennedy style. That's great. And Ryan Berman is asking if I've wicked it with cotton pads like Muji or Kendo. And the answer is heck yeah. I'm just going to go back up to the top. Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that works the best on these, Ryan, is if you take your Kendo cotton, your Muji cotton, and you fold it and roll it so it's stranded perfectly. That works so great. If you can take a flat pad of Muji cotton and then tear off the weird outsides and split it in half and then roll that up and then wick it, and it wicks on these really beautifully. I think that, and it depends on the inside diameter of your coil, actually, you know, obviously how much you need to use. That works great. Also, Cotton Bacon V2 works great. I haven't tried Kendo yet, because like I said, I haven't even opened it yet. It just got here. But I'll certainly try to remember to tell you. Well, I'll definitely be telling you. What am I saying? Because I'm going to be testing the Kendo on this thing as soon as I get it all open and everything. So that was a good question. So Dennis Reimer says he likes the Theorem better than the Avocado because you can buy extra pre-built coils with the cotton. I guess so. I'm not a big fan of those notch coils, but I mean, the Theorem is definitely, you know, not the worst tank. As you know, that I didn't give it a super great grade, but I don't think that it's crap or anything. I don't think anybody who bought a Theorem is insane at all. And good morning to everybody who just came in. And I tell you, Owen, if you're all about the airflow, then you definitely will be interested in this. Owen says he's all about that airflow in the chat. And I ask you, Owen, if I already know the question. I just forgot because there's a bunch of stuff going on into live show. But remind me if you own one of these yet, Owen. Owen, I want to remind y'all that I'm going to be giving away 2 of these. So I don't know exactly when or how, but it'll be real soon, as soon as I get them. So I'll let you know. Let's see. So somebody is saying that I'm reading chat here, and William's asking who has good pre-built coils. Darren Mikra, Vaping Mikra, has good coils, and several other people. I know B-Man makes coils. That is so good. Yummy. I'm going to restrict the airflow down even more. But actually, I'm going to open it up, and you'll see that I can barely even handle this thing with the airflow turned up. It's so high, I'll have to turn it way up. It's insane. You definitely get huger clouds out of this thing. So cloud chasers will love this one. Probably definitely a preference in that. But the flavor is pretty good. I was surprised that I was able to restrict the airflow down so low and get such a great flavor on this thing. So they really did a good job. It's not suitable for mouth to lung. Ryan Behrman says that Advanced Vape Supply for stainless steel clapsons is a good hit. Yeah, and he sent me that link a long time ago, actually, and I never bought any. I need to do that. Advanced Vape Supply. SS Claptons. I remember, because you bought some, Ryan, and you said they were great. This is when we first met, my friend. Good morning to everybody. Again, good morning to Mark Dean. He's taking off and going to work. So Carlos Flores says, if I had neither the Avocado or the Limitless and I'm at the store, which would you purchase? That's a great question. You know, I don't know. I really don't. I would, if I were sitting there right in front of them, I would probably, I can't live without either one. And they're not very expensive either. They charge more for the Limitless, and I'm a notoriously indecisive person. I think I probably, the thing is, it's hard for me to know, it's hard for me to separate what I know from, it's hard for me to put myself back in the beginner mind of not having either one. But I think they're equal, honestly. And it's hard for me to pick just one baby because I really love them both. I slightly prefer the Avocado's looks. That's just me because it's shorter and more sci-fi looking. But they're both awesome. They're both great. I need to put some more e-liquid in my Avocado. Yeah, which one? I've been thinking about this for days, and I really can't decide on just one. I know a lot of people have asked me that, and I just can't pick just one. That's so good. They're so good. Yeah. Let's see if we can get some opinions. Are people in the chat? I guess some people have chimed in. Ian Phillips says that he has both of them, and he slightly prefers the Avocado because of the grub screws. I agree that the grub screws on the Limitless are irritating as crap. Yeah, I think all told, I probably slightly prefer the Avocado. But I absolutely love this thing. And I forgot to mention, I can't believe what a jerk I am, that I was sent this thing by, I did say in the very beginning, but I was sent this thing for review by the folks over at VaporandCo in Florida. And you can get this thing at VaporandCo.com, which is where I want you to go get it. And I'll put a link to that in the chat, or in the description of the video. And one on the overlay if I can. Yeah. So... And Michaela was saying that she's surprised that I'm on the fence about this. But yeah, I mean, the truth is, I think the people at iJoy and Limitless came out with something as good as the Avocado. I just can't really pick between the two. If I were picking between them just sight unseen, looking at them on the shelf, I'd probably be attracted to the Avocado's appearance more. But they both vape absolutely terrific beyond belief. So you can't go wrong, honestly, I think. They're both super easy to build on. Super easy to build on. So... love it. Thank you. Skeletor put a link to VaporandCo in the chat. Click on that. Go to it and say hello. They are so great. And this is such a great item too. Yeah, and I don't know exactly when I'm going to do that giveaway, but it'll be pretty soon. I don't have them yet, is the reason why. Don't have them yet. Maybe I'll do it during our comparison video. Because we should do like an Avocado Limitless comparison. Yeah, I think a lot of people would like to see that. Yeah. I think so. And Ryan Behrman says his Limitless will be here Friday or Saturday. Yeah, and you'll definitely want to replace the grub screws. And that's the other thing that makes it a kind of a medium con, is that you can always replace grub screws, even though for the average person that's not, that's only annoying, if anything. But, like I said, I wish this thing were slightly shorter. But its vape's so fantastic, I really don't give a crap. Hey, there's Andy Budd. That's my friend at VaporandCo who sent this. And they are also the ones, you guys always see me with my Overcast, which is looking kind of ratty now. It's like all chipped up, but I love this thing. And VaporandCo is the company where you can get the Overcast as well. Which is really great. Really great. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's look at the Kendo cotton, shall we? Actually, what we should do is, we should get the Kendo cotton, and then Cool. Why? I think I'll call my friend Skeletor on the telephone and see what's going on. Mr. Skeletor, are you at home? It's ringing.
Hello, hello, hello.
Good morning, Skeletor.
What the fuck is going on, y'all?
I hope the audience will tell us if your audio sounds okay. I hope it does.
I
Good
hope
morning.
so. Good morning, good morning. How are you?
I'm great. I love this Limitless. I think it's great.
Right?
I feel like some people might think I'm eating crow by saying it's equal to the avocado, but I really think it is. I think they're both
I
great.
agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, and you know, you were saying earlier that you actually prefer the look of the avocado because it's more spacey. I actually prefer the look of the Limitless because I just think it looks dope. It's sexy. It looks great on the RX 200 here.
Yeah. Everyone
And
I've shown it to has been like, wow, that thing looks
yeah,
awesome. So there's no doubt it's attractive.
yeah, for sure.
My preference notwithstanding, it totally is. And, you know, obviously, I don't love the theorem as an atomizer, but I think it looks the best of all of them. So you can see that my YouTube channel is called Orbital Vaping Headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, I like space age crap.
Indeed.
So I'm going to err on that side. But I can't criticize the vape on this thing. I just can't.
No.
It's insane. It's so good.
Now that I know that the Kennedy drip tip fits on here, I'm going to be on the lookout for a Kennedy like my third eye that I have, but for a Kennedy style.
Oh, yeah, or a Griffin
thick,
tip.
luscious lips, or a Griffin tip. I mean, yeah, I mean they both fit. Goon tip. If somebody has in town,
You're going to find
do you
somebody
guys
who
have custom drip tips for the Kennedy? If so, I need to come in and take a look.
Yeah, and a lot of people do. And you're also, even if you just want something taller, you're going to find someone around who has an extra Griffin or Goon or something tip, Kennedy tip, something. Someone has one they can lend you or whatever. If you can't pick one up, you know, on retail or whatever, because that was really smart of them, in my opinion.
Well, I really like how this looks. You know, when I talked about this last week, I spoke about how I enjoyed just that extra quarter inch of the little insert here. But if it were just a little bit taller, it would be good because my lips, as thick and luscious as they are, they hit the metal top cap here. So
Yeah.
sometimes it can get kind of warm.
Oh, it's that 510 thing or that drip tip that they include is barely adequate.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh, Owen's asking how wide this thing is. It's 24. Oh, and Fixed and Focus asked if I thought that the flat Claptons that I used are any better than other ones. And no, I prefer fused ones probably, but I just happen to have a lot of that. So I'm using it. It's good. It's not superlative. If I put aliens in this, my mind would explode. But I already know that. It's basically what I tried to do is put the exact same build I had in my avocados. That's why. For the review, I put a whole bunch of builds in it over the course of the last week, but for the review, I tried to put the same thing in it that I had in the avocado, which is basically the same thing. It's like this. I use this baseline wire.
Yeah, I have what is it, a basic bitch 24 gauge static in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
especially for lower wattage builds, the Limitless is good that way.
Yeah,
Especially.
I've done a few different builds in here. I did some Claptons, I did some Twisteds, and I actually, even on the avocado, I prefer just a basic bitch build.
Yeah.
You know, I think I have like 9 wraps or some shit like that, and it's 0.35 ohm. You said earlier you were rocking at 65 watts. I've been rocking this thing steady at 66.6 since I pretty much put the basic bitch build
Yeah.
back in.
Right on.
Got the Antichrist in watts going, you know.
Yeah. And
I'm
I
stoked.
confess, I slightly prefer, the reason I slightly prefer the Avocado 22 to the 24 is that I actually like those 4.5 millimeter deck holes.
Mhm.
To me, it's worth not having the filling, but a lot of people hate the filling. But the Limitless is a great compromise to the, I mean, the Avocado 24 and the Limitless are so close together. It's so freaking
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, between the Avocado 22, because I haven't had a chance to play with the 24 yet, and the Limitless, I think I pretty much said last week that I think they're identical to me. I like the look of the Limitless. I like the fill capacity of the Limitless more. But
5 mils. It's gigantic.
four. Box says 4. The website does say 5, but everywhere else says 4.
Dude, did you measure it?
No.
Yeah, it's 5.
Does it hold 5 straight up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then why does it say 4? Let me grab the box.
It holds a lot because you can flub it. You can fill it up real far.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
with the
you can put a
extra added space
shitload of stuff in
between the fill hole, I guess you could.
I fill it horizontally, and I go until the bubble's gone, and then I put the cap on. I start vaping. That's how I do it. Maybe I'm a slob. Maybe.
It's funny, the website says 5, but every other ad and even on the box itself, if you flip over to the back of the box and read down at the bottom, it says 4. That's
Forget about what it says.
Yeah. Well, we never really listen to what it says, do we?
Yeah, I mean, I could cram I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this ain't really, like, you can really cram a lot of liquid in there. I can see why they said 4, because if you put 5, they don't want to guarantee everybody they can put 5 in there, but a lot of people are only going to fill it to the top of the glass, and that's fine.
That's what I do.
Yeah, it's fine. There you go. It's good. But you can fill it up a little more. It's good. And it doesn't really penalize you. It doesn't get messy or crappy if you do that. So
Right.
unless you have the top cap off. I can't stress how you got to make sure you're looking at that fill port logo.
Yeah.
That icon when you pull the cap off. Make sure you're looking at it, or else you'll be looking at a bunch of liquid falling on your shoes.
Do you speak from experience?
Well,
Kind of.
not my shoes, but definitely
desk,
from my my desk.
Josh just said the same thing.
Yeah.
It says 4, but he knows it holds 5.
Yeah.
Oh, but
I use the
a
syringe.
question that I saw in chat earlier, just a quick stepping off of subject real quick. 225 was asking what comp build I'm going to be using this week. And it's a 6-gauge static wire, or 6-wrap, 24-gauge static wire parallel continuous. I didn't build it, obviously. The continuous master, my roommate Angelo, did. But
6-wrap,
it's on
24 parallel.
That's right. Static
Continuous.
wire, which is nichrome 70. It ohms out to an even 0.10. We know that from experience because I now have the matching warhead for my continuous. I'm borrowing it from Angelo. Actually, I'm borrowing it from Angelo's old lady because she has possession of it right now.
Dude, that's awesome. When I get my static wire, I'm going to put that exact same build in my... In fact, Angelo can show me, like we said.
Yeah, I'm going
talking
to
about
work it out to where we can get with the schedule on doing a tutorial for the continuous build.
Oh, yeah.
But this is the exact setup from build to RDA to mod to battery, if I'm not mistaken, to battery, that Angelo won the Fast Eddie's 1-year anniversary comp with when he won the rig and the $500.
Nice.
So I'm hoping to qualify for the World Series of
killer.
Clouds. Yeah.
I would love that. That's killer. So is there somewhere we can... Are you going to, like, post stuff about that? Is Zach going to show up on Instagram stuff? Or
I
want to film that
know,
live, but I'm not going to be there.
I would love to film that live. That'd be excellent to get it on. It's at 4 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, so that's what, 1 o'clock your time?
Yeah. That's fun.
I wonder if they posted my practice thing on Facebook yet. I haven't even been over to Facebook.
Oh, that's fun. Neither have I. I was so busy yesterday, I didn't get a chance to go back. I'm so excited about your competition. So that's killer. That build looks good. Yeah, I finally got the ring for my Rig V2, but...
Oh, did you? Nice.
Yeah, yesterday. It's great. So I'm really grateful. Dude, I wonder if Andy is still in the audience.
Possibly.
I meant to ask him how much these things cost over there at VaporandCo. I forgot to.
$42.
Oh, thank you. There you go. That's really not bad. The Limitless costs a little more than the Avocado. That could be a tipping point for some people. Avocado's like $35. These aren't sale prices. Of course, you can look online, internet, Fast Tech, blah blah blah. But
Brick and mortar price for the Limitless is about $42.
yeah, ish. Ooh, look at it pop.
Rowdy, baby, rowdy. So I was surprised this morning.
Uh-huh.
It was like 2 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
which is, the usual shit that I pull, especially when I have to be up at 7 for a show. And I'm sitting here and the build's done and I'm like, I want to vape on a 0, something thick, viscosity.
Right.
And so I'm talking to Angelo and he's like, hey, try these. He handed me glass glazed, the glazed donut by Glass.
In 0?
In 0. And he
Sweet.
handed me Rocket Man in a 0.
Oh, yeah?
And I was absolutely shocked and surprised that I loved both of them.
I'm not surprised you like Glass, but I'm surprised. Wait, which one is Rocket Man? Remind me.
The Blueberry Parfait.
Oh, right.
The one that you made that was absolutely horrid that never...
Yeah. In fact, I've had Rocket Man. I really don't like it.
In a 0, though, I was really, really surprised.
I'm just opening this Kendo cotton. This is cool. They sent me 2 of everything. They have 3. They have Kendo Gold Edition, which I guess is like their V2.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the Kendo Vape Cotton E-Pack, Eco Pack, which is like, I guess, their little packs of their V1. And then they've got Kendo Vape Cotton, which is their original one. They sent me 2 of each of these. This is so rad.
That's pretty badass. So which one are you going to open up right now?
I don't know. Oh, the original is, yeah. And then it comes with the gold. Oh, the gold edition has really long strands. But actually, there's 3 editions. This is their oldest
cool.
one. And then they've got this and the Kendo Gold. Cool. And they have all the instructions in French.
French?
Avec absolument aucune goule de coton. 100% coton bio sans aucun traitement et de couleur accrue. I speak shitty French. Je ne parle pas très bien le français. But I'm so excited to have this Kendo cotton. So excited.
I can't even read shitty French.
Hey, Billy Marks, have a great day. I just see Billy Marks has to take off. Just for y'all just tuning in, I just want to remind everybody, this is VapeAM, our live show. We've been on just about an hour. I'm Juicy Jones, and you missed, if you're just tuning in, the review for the iJoy Limitless mod. But all you have to do is go look at the replay and zip back. It'll be posted after a while. And that's our friend Skeletor Vapes right there on Skype.
How y'all doing right now?
They're awesome.
They are.
By the way, I have to ask the audience something. So, does anybody out there have really, really bad or really, really good shipping times to China, Malaysia, etc.? I'm just curious at what the average, what people say. I don't know. It's usually 3 weeks or so, 2 or 3 weeks for me. Hong Kong is very fast. It's about, usually Hong Kong is about 4 days for me.
Right.
But the weirdest thing happened to me when I got this stuff. I got, like this little package. I got an email from the fellow at Kendo, who's the nicest guy. And then I immediately, I said, yes, sent to my address. And then he sent off the package and it arrived here in 2 days. I think it got in the mail like Monday or Sunday, I guess Monday morning, early Malaysia time, and then got here Tuesday afternoon or something. It was insane. It was so fast. So I'm just blown away. Blown away.
Yeah, I can't even get a package to across the country in 2 days.
Yeah, I know. I told him in the email that it's the same speed as me sending a postal letter to Florida. I was like,
it's like, holy shit. You told me it was 2 days, and that I was like, no, there's no way on earth that they got it from Malaysia to you in 2 days.
They did.
bypassing or connecting through Hong Kong. It's like, holy shit, meow.
And I'm still a little dubious, but I mean, I looked at all, it showed me tracking from the source. And it showed me like 4 steps in Malaysia. And I'm sure that was like a guy walking from here to the other side of the room to another office across the street. You know what I mean? Like, so it checked 4 times, but it was in Malaysia and it said it went to Hong Kong. So it was like the perfect storm of shipping. I couldn't believe it. And I have to stress that it's only a little, it's this much cotton. It doesn't even weigh 2 ounces. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Right.
So each of these is 0.2 ounces. So let's see. All of this doesn't weigh an ounce. Not even close.
What are you vaping on right now, Juicy?
Right now, I am vaping on 2 things: the Limitless with this Liquid Sky New York Cheese, and the Avocado 24 with this Liquid Sky Smacks. I got my Smacks and Liquid Cheese. Smacks is so freaking good. I probably should have gotten a 120 of Smacks now that I've got them both.
Yeah, I've actually got a mixture right now of Pogo and bananas and cream in my Limitless.
Are you playing the Meow game to be funny?
I am. I got challenged by Zach.
Oh, I was going to say, because don't think it isn't obvious. I just waited to ask. I was just wondering.
And I'm at 5 now, Zach.
But I have some good news, and I'm glad that you played the Meow game. Because do you know who's making a new movie? Yeah.
Is a new Super Troopers coming out?
No, way better.
Oh.
They are making an animated movie.
What?
Yeah, it will. When you see the preview, your face will explode.
No shit.
Yeah, it's a grown-up animated movie in the West here. So you don't see a lot of adult animated movies in the West. You see tons from Japan. So it's going to be insane, dude. And the preview, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it because it was so funny. And it's exactly what you think it is. Just insane toilet humor, drug humor. Oh, we lost Skeletor. So anyway, here in chat, finally, people have responded.
Oh, there we go.
Are you back? Sorry about that. You have to reset your camera.
Okay.
So in chat, finally, people responded. Most people get really bad shipping unless they pay tons of money. Ian Phillips gets 2 weeks, which is real good, actually. And Ryan Berman's asking if anyone uses cotton candy wicking. I'm interested in that, too. I'm interested in trying them all. I want to try Celtic cotton, which I've heard very good things about. And I love this native wicks. I wish I had more of it. This is a sample I got. And I love Cotton Bacon V2, of course. And I'd like to try them all. Let's see. Bad Habit Macro wonders if the Chinese maybe use boats more than planes. That maybe the Malaysians and the Hong Kong, because of their British pedigree, and maybe FedEx is there too. So that's a good question. Fixed and Focus says buying from GearBest, it took 6 weeks with free postage. They said it was coming from Holland. He's in the UK. You could have walked, my friend. Walked there and back. Taking one of those little Dutch bikes, those gazelles. Everybody rides a gazelle in Amsterdam. It's cute. And someone pointed out that the original kendo is a mess of cotton with not much links or strands. That's so interesting. That's good. I'm so glad for the context. And that's funny you say that, because that's Bob W. who said that, by the way. That because I was feeling them, because I haven't opened them yet, and you can feel that they feel different, just through the packaging. It's going to be part of my notes. My cork sniffing notes. So that's great. I have all the information I can get. Oh, Spaced Out 22 said, thanks for recommending One Punch Man. Yes, sir, you're welcome. And now I'm so sad we got to wait till like next July for another one. They're doing the manga now. So let's see.
Oh yeah.
And Bad Habit Micro wasn't kidding. That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. So it's a pretty nice morning. What are you doing today, Skeletor? What is everybody out there doing? Everybody tell us.
What's today? Today's Thursday? Oh my gosh. I really don't have much of anything planned for today, to be quite honest.
Why am I not showing the chat? What's wrong with me?
I don't know. What is wrong with you?
Look, there you are, y'all.
So, you want to know what the cotton didn't hear when it passed through Hong Kong?
Yes.
Meow.
Meow. Didn't hear it. It might have. You know, Asians love cats. So
Meow.
there's like cafes in Japan where you can just go hang out with cats and cats roam free all over your stuff, which I wouldn't tolerate for a moment. But you know, some people are into that. That's fine. Looks like
Speaking of
Owen
which,
Ginter is at work. His usual routine: coffee and VapeAM. I love you,
hey.
Owen. You're the
Yeah.
best. Rhonda's
We got
listening
two-
to us. I know. What a stupid question. What's everyone doing right now? Well, everybody in chat is listening to us.
Yes, and chatting amongst themselves, and we're chatting with them as we chat with each other.
Yeah, I know. Bad Habit Micro reminds me. Why didn't I have the thing up? I'm sorry, I just forgot. Clean forgot to put that up.
Indeed. So I'm vaping on a juice. I actually don't have the bottle with me. It's called Blue Bean, and
Cool name.
I've nicknamed it, but I'll get to that in a second. It's a blueberry donut vanilla bean waffle cone,
Okay. All right.
and
So
I have
blueberry pastry with vanilla.
yes,
All right.
and waffle cone.
I like to translate those.
Yes, indeed, indeed. And I have dubbed this the blue waffle, comma.
Is it
cone.
good?
It is. It's very good. Um, this company is actually doing like a raffle. You go in, you buy their it's a 60 ml bottle of juice, I think, or something
Mm-hmm.
like that, and you get a ticket to a raffle, and in the raffle you get uh, the possibility of winning an Able. Uh, I think one of the new SX Minis is one of the what's it called? Is
Q
in the
class,
raffle.
QM class, whatever they're called.
Yeah, something like that. There's a few high end things that are going in
I
this
can't wait to
raffle.
see those, dude. I saw the new Sigeli. I tell you, the firmware on the new Sigeli 213 is real impressive.
I like the look. It has like a sharper image type feel for
But
me.
nicer, right?
Yeah,
I think, and
I'd rock it.
it feels. Have you touched one yet?
Yes,
Oh, dude, and did you? Yeah, it's great. And did you notice the firmware having some bells and whistles, or did you have time to fuck with it?
I didn't have time to fuck with that.
Yeah, it's got some cool little bells and whistles. It's got a TC, a temperature control configurator, like the Spartan's box mod does.
Does your shirt say Dickweed Theory?
It says, John Gabriel's Greater Internet Dickwad Theory. The theory is that normal person plus anonymity plus internet equals total dickwad.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and
Oh my god.
and I'm wearing this in memoriam of all the hilarious comments I've been getting lately about being either a total dickwad, having a disgusting beard, being intolerable, people only being able to watch 2 seconds of me, etc.
Hey,
The comments are
like
getting
I
amazing.
said yesterday. Like I said yesterday, though, you know you're doing well when you have haters.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. A lot of people, quite frankly, don't understand Orbital Vaping headquarters and that we have live shows because no one's doing this. And so it's not really at the point now where people, I think most people want to see just quick little bite-sized videos of reviews, and they're used to the same shit over and over. And what I offer is more depth. And we offer more interaction and more depth.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to sponsor Orbital Vaping headquarters, just email me at juicyjones@gmail.com. And then whatever, you can help be a part of Orbital Vaping headquarters. Bad Habit Marcus said, "Don't hang yourself." Yeah, I was pulling on my shemagh. Thank you, Superstar. He says he loves watching
Indeed.
Orbital Vaping headquarters. We're so glad you're here. Without you, we wouldn't have any reason to be here. And I want to remind everybody to go to Casaa, go to notblowingsmoke.org. I need to always remember to do this first, and I apologize. It's just I'm just getting in the habit of doing this. But we need to make sure that we do our part to advocate, because if we don't and don't join these organizations and do what they say, then we're not going to have
Won't
any
be
vaping
here.
to talk about.
That's right.
Yeah, we're going to be sitting here reviewing pens.
I'll be reviewing coffee for 3 shows and then trying to make up
Right.
material for the rest of my life.
Yeah. I mean, if this doesn't work and vaping goes away, then I'll have a gaming and guitar show.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do.
Oh, I do see that Zach said he might borrow my bottle of monkey bread that they have over there.
Oh.
And
I still haven't tried that monkey bread.
I did let them borrow something, but I actually have a present for Zach and Foofy sitting in front of me right now. A rather large present. Shall we see?
I don't know. It's up to you. If you want it to be a surprise, then no.
No, it's not going
But
to
if
be.
you
I'm
don't-
unveiling the surprise right now.
Oh, I like that.
See this?
What is that? That's a bottle of something.
That is a 550 ml bottle of lemonade blueberry cotton candy.
Oh. From the vape store.
Yes.
That's humongous. I've never tried that. How is it?
It's actually very good.
Ooh, that sounds
Angelo had a bottle of it the other day, and we had all tried it, and it's absolutely banging. That's a 0, so I'm going to have to pick up some Nick, or Foofy can pick up Nick, or Zach can, one of the 3 of us.
That's killer.
Yeah.
What I'll try to do is, if you
mils.
want, I'll make you some. What I'll do is I'll reformulate. I wonder if I could reformulate RBF to be 0 and be high enough in VG to be useful for you. Because what are you using for your comps? Your actual VG?
No, I'm using. Actually, I've got the bottle right here. I'm using this. It's Red Star RPG from the Vape Store. The RPG is their 80-20 blend.
So if I give you some 80-20, maybe you could try it and see if you liked it.
Hell yeah.
Because maybe it'd work, maybe it wouldn't. You know, I reformulated the Brother from Another Mother to be 80-20, and I'm not exactly satisfied with it yet, but man, the cloud production is killer, especially with that freaking marshmallow in it. But I might be able to go even, take the resting bitch face and scale it back even more. I mean, you probably could tolerate less flavor or whatever. It's up to you. I just had this idea. I'd love to do you a favor.
And you know what? I think that would be absolutely epic if we could get like either, if you could do, I don't know if it would be cost effective, but if you could do BAM in a 0 with a thick viscosity, and we can get like some labels made for some bottles, and I'll fucking rock all that shit everywhere I go and vape that until they hand me the comp juice. That'd be awesome. And plus we can have, idea. The official
I definitely want to give it a
practice
shot.
juice. The official practice juice for Orbital Vaping headquarters.
Yeah, I mean, just to see. And if it doesn't work, then fine too, but it'd be fun. And we're still going to do the group buy.
Yes, indeed.
And Angelica 4. Oh, it says pronounced Angelica. That's so smart.
Yeah.
Is asking where to get that stuff, and it's at the vape store. Is it the vape? What's their URL?
The vape store. The vape. Is it my vape store online?
We'll get it for you, Angelica.
Yes.
And Michaela's saying, how come all messages in chat are not showing up on the screen? I don't know. I think they are.
They are for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But someone points out that there is a slight delay. So for me, it's pretty instantaneous. But for y'all, it's whatever the delay is. In fact, we joke about that quite often, about how if I ask you a question, then it takes between 20 to 50 seconds to be able to tell.
The vape store online. All right, let me.
Yeah, so I got 2 more of these while they were on flash sale. They were on super, super, super sale. I'm sure a lot of you guys, they were less than $20. Oh, it's the Vapor Store online. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to give them to the people. You notice I put the red O-rings on here? It's pretty cool. I was disappointed that the O-rings that came with it were like the red ones. They gave me 4 O-rings to replace the 4 black ones, but the red ones were 2 of them were too thin.
Yeah.
And didn't work.
The ones that go for the top cap, right?
No, all of the black ones were thick, all 4. And because I noticed this right away, and I put the red ones on, and 2 of the red ones were just so small they disappeared into the channel. Skeletor didn't even clear the top of the channel. They were the wrong O-rings, is what they were. And
that's no bueno. I haven't checked. Well, I've noticed I have a shit ton of extra O-rings, but I haven't put them in to check.
Well, it's not a huge deal though. What I did was I just put the red ones in the bottom, and I put the black ones on top. You don't see the black ones.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see the ones under the cap. So
right.
Hey, Lost Boy Souls here. Good morning, buddy.
Let's see here. 225 asks, am I running a max VG for the comp? And what they add, William, is they add extra VG, if they add anything at all. A lot of the juices that are used for comps are listed as max VG, and you know what our opinions are here on the show of the term
Give me the
max
number.
VG.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking number, exactly.
The science exists for, we have math for a reason. Why not use it?
Yeah, right?
It tells you
numbers.
things. It communicates ideas without any kind of other talk. Like you communicate a world to me when you say 80-20. You said 80-20, I knew everything I needed to know. Right?
Yeah.
When you say max VG, all I have is more questions.
Exactly, like what's the VG?
Yeah, exactly.
Give me the fucking...
And then Ryan Berman points out that many people run straight VG. That's why I was asking if you're running straight VG. But it's important probably that everyone vape the same thing, right? Do they give you something to vape when you go?
Yeah, they usually supply a bottle of juice that everybody drips out of.
Okay. And is it typically 80-20 or 0? I guess you don't know yet because you haven't done tons of them.
It's usually a 0 Nick. Well, I've judged a bunch of them. It's usually
I meant 100%. I'm sorry. I was talking about the VG.
And the VG is depending on the juice that they choose. Sometimes it's 80, sometimes it's higher.
Right on. As long as everyone's got the same thing.
Yeah, everybody uses the same juice.
Yeah. It's
out
okay.
of the same bottle.
Pure VG is probably the best for show and for tricks.
Yeah.
But, you know, for cloud comps, it's probably best for that too. But as long as everyone's using the same thing. And also, pure VG sucks. It just doesn't have any flavor. It's like slightly sweet and that's it. So it can be a real drag to vape pure VG for a long, long time because it's like...
it's like vaping plastic.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah. And it's like, yeah. So that's why. Sometimes they want a little flavor. I'm drinking coffee out of 2 cups. I got 2 cups of coffee here. So that's how I roll.
Yeah, I just drained my only cup.
Oh my God, sweet low.
That's right, though. I got half a glass of water here, and hell, it's what, 7:45 already to you for you?
I think Thursday I want to do a build show. You guys want to do a build show Thursday? Anybody? What about you, Skeletor?
Sure.
Wait, what day is today? I mean Tuesday.
Today's Thursday.
I meant Tuesday.
Oh,
Sorry.
Tuesday?
I meant Tuesday. Because today's Thursday. I kept thinking today was
What
Tuesday.
am I reviewing on Wednesday? Oh, yeah, I'm reviewing the Mutation XV5 from VaporandCo on Wednesday. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do a build show on Tuesday, and I'll use the build in the Mutation. Okay, yeah.
And now, and my clock, my little scroller thing, it said Tuesday this entire show. I'm a fool. Happy Tuesday, Vapors. It's Thursday.
Well, for a while it said Happy Thursday.
Well, I have 2 of them. So.
Then you had one that had
I have a Tuesday one
Orbital
and a
Vaping
Thursday
headquarters.
One. Yeah. I have a Tuesday one and a Thursday one.
You know what I haven't seen in a while? I haven't seen your little astronaut.
Oh, yeah. I don't have my little astronaut.
Oh, no.
I could redo him. So I'm seeing positive response. Yes to a build show. Okay, yeah, we'll do it. Hey, there's Marcos Salvador. Hi. Good morning to you, buddy. And so, yeah, I'll do a show. Why not? And Michaela wants you to spoil the mutation.
Any spoilers on the mutation? Any spoilers on the mutation?
I'm gonna take one guess. It's a spoiler. It's not garbage.
It's not garbage.
Yeah, there's a spoiler.
I will say this: the current build that I have in this is a 0.08 build. And that's the only spoiler that you guys get.
Well, how about that?
Just
0.08. I like that. Hey, Superstar 10155. Have a great day.
You have a good one. Thanks for stopping by and killing time with us.
Yes, great to see you. Yes. God, I love the avocado.
Yeah?
So much.
Do you want to marry it?
I do.
Okay. Just checking.
I'd prefer to marry my beautiful, wonderful girlfriend, but as a second, the avocado.
Yeah? Okay.
I do prefer the... Yeah, I probably do slightly prefer the avocado. but they're so close. I mean, I guess we'd have to do another video, like I said, a comparison. So maybe next Thursday we can do a comparison of these things, and we can get maybe James and Owen and Phil, some other people to chime in.
Okay.
Maybe
whoever's got.
him.
Speaking of James, good
Avocado
morning.
people. Did James say hello? He's been here for a little while.
Has he?
Oh, I thought he was. I guess I'm just dumb. Good morning, James. I just
You're
presume James is always here.
That's because he usually is.
Yeah. Everybody has a life. Everybody can't watch everything. I feel bad that I can't watch everybody's shows either. I just watched Luke's review of that Smote mod, which looks pretty cool. The tank wasn't... I liked your Milo tank a lot better from the look of it, from what he said. But it didn't look bad. And that mod is kind of interesting. I kind of like the sunken tank mods. What about that one? Somebody in chat remind me what the name of that tank is. I'm sorry, that mod is. That is a little bit like a flattened version of this Wismec, where it's been squished and the batteries are outside, and you sink a tank down in the front, and the drip tip sticks out the top. That's coming out real soon here.
Do you remember by chance who it might be made by?
No, but someone in chat probably will remember. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Is it the new e-grip that they're coming out with?
Is that what it's called? I don't remember. Oh, I don't remember.
Joy, it's a Joytech product, right?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I don't think it's... I do like the new e-grips. I've seen a whole bunch of them. The new e-grip 2 and the new VTC Mini 2 and all those things. But I'm not quite exactly sure. And Owen says he wants to see a comparison show, so that's good. So Owen, we'll do the comparison show when you get your webcam. So get it before next week. That'll be fun.
Disguiser?
The Movkin Disguiser. Is that what it's called? Cloud Castle, you're the man. I love all of y'all. It's so great. It's like having a walking resource of knowledge. Unless he's wrong, and then I say no. I'm definitely interested in that RX-75. I haven't watched any of the videos on it yet.
I'm interested in what we heard yesterday about the bottom battery connect
problem.
Yeah,
right.
Where it was shocking people.
Yeah, that's one reason I'm interested to see if there's a problem with it.
You gotta take one for the team and get shocked.
Oh, the Disguiser is one of them, but there's another one. There's another one that's a little bit like this. It's not the Movkin Disguiser. I've seen this, but there's another one like this where it's flattened and it's wide instead of being the same shape like this. Yeah, and I wish I remembered the name of it. I'm sorry, I can't. It's so vague. The Disguiser is the closest
Triad?
thing. Huh?
Lost Vape Triad?
Oh, that might be it. I'm going to type it in search. Let's see if that's it. That is not the one I am thinking of. Although it looks great. That Lost Vape Triad is beautiful. That thing looks fantastic. So what time is it? We're going on an hour and a half here, so it's about 1:25 right now. It's 7:50 a.m. by the way, but we've been on for almost an hour and a half. So I'm going to wrap this up here pretty soon. So what do we have coming up? Let's summarize one final time for these guys. Saturday we have VapeAM, or Vaping Dawn to Dusk. Today's Thursday, right? Saturday we have Vaping Dawn to Dusk. Tuesday we have VapeAM again, and I'll do a build show, which will be fun, and we'll come up with some kind of thing to do. Wednesday, Skeletor is on Coffee and Clouds here on Orbital Vaping headquarters, and he is doing the Mutation X V5, which is really cool.
Indeed.
So get ready for that. I'll be tuned in for that as well. And next Thursday's up in the air, to be quite honest. And we can feature this Kendo Cotton next Tuesday as well. So if you like these videos, like and subscribe. You know that we couldn't do this without all y'all in the chat, so we love you. Thank you for tuning in.
That's right. Thank you very much. We love that you love us.
Yeah, totally. You guys are the best. And I want to keep... I'm just looking into chat, and I'm seeing that people will start catching on there. We're going to take off here in about 20 seconds, so we'll just...
Night V1?
Delay a little bit.
XVO stick, Dripbox 160. There's a bunch of them that are out now, I guess. Let me drip some of this blue waffle, cone. This is an 80-20, so you guys are going to see me cloud out because I'm dripping it on my comp rig.
Nice.
I'm gonna see
The
if
Snow
I
at
can-
Night is the one that Luke reviewed, by the way.
Oh, okay.
All
I'm
right.
going to see if I can really cloud this out. I'm going to give you guys a competition pool on this cloud out.
Okay, hold on. Let me get ready. I'll go to halfway and raise the wattage on mine as well. I'm wicked. I can
I'm
handle
not
it.
even using a Freshie battery. I'm just using the battery I've been using the whole show.
Nice. You're so
All
tough.
right. So thanks everybody for stopping by. I'm Skeletor Vapes. That's Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping HQ TV. We love you guys. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, y'all. Have a great day.
And remember, everybody, kick cigarettes, vape on, stay cloudy, and as always, peace out, everybody. Here we
Bye,
go with
everybody.
the comp tug.